Welcome back to Satisfactory. You've seen the title, you know what we're thinking about. I want to put together some Nobelisks, some little bit of weaponry. I know that there are a few power slugs out there that I can't access because they're hidden behind some rocks. So this simple explosive will help me access some additional power shards. Plus, it can be used for more complex items in the future. So what do we have? We have a nice little research station here. If we go down the quartz line, we see that the last thing I have researched is this explosive resonance application, which will, for the cost of 15 crystal oscillators and 100 Nobelisks, will give us a pulse Nobelisk recipe. Don't know if we're going to get 100 while we're on camera, but we're going to see what it takes. And one thing to consider when you're building new things, especially if you go out and get hard drives, look at the item in the codex so that way you can see exactly what recipes are available to you. For instance, I know that I want to build an obelisk. That's my target. So I already know that it's telling me that I'm going to build that in the assembler. That's good to know. And then I know I've got my pipes on the belt, but I do need to make black powder. Now, black powder, if I open that, I do have 2 recipes for that. I don't know, though. It wants compacted coal. I don't understand this. It seems worse. 15 per minute versus 30 per minute. So I want to stick with the original recipe, I think, in this case. It just just works on coal and sulfur. It's pretty straightforward. And I can put that in the assembler. Looking for a place where I can input the stuff. We have coal and sulfur on this part of the belt right here. So we'll just build this out. I think there's a secondary sulfur line, but we're not going to make millions of these. So I think we're okay with just making use of what we get from a single line. I'm angling how we're going to get in here. What I think we'll do is we'll take one all the way up, which is going to look ridiculous. And then we'll take one down to the floor. Let's see, where are we going in? On the right side of this foundation. Whoops. Almost flew out the factory. All right. So we're going to split here. And here. Oh, I didn't see any coal move there, so that's bad news. Let's start on the top. We'll split here. Then we'll do a control click here. All right. And then we'll send this coal up to the top of the factory. And then on this side of the world, we need a merger. And this is just to get things connected and lined up. We want to go down the line like this. Oh, no. It's always weird how the mergers spin around a little bit when you try to connect things. I'm sure it's helping me in some way I don't understand. Then we'll go up to the top, -1. Then just connect the coal across like that. And then we can just connect the sulfur under like that. Easy enough. We're working with assemblers, so that's a 2 input -1. So that's how far away we can put this. Like that. Oh. Okay. We'll put a splitter right next to this. Take it in and split it out. And then we'll measure this out one more time. Get the assembler. Nice and snug. Black powder gets made once we give it power. Okay, easy enough. And then we're gonna merge this final line. And then merge it onto its belt of choice. And that should be black powder being made. Let's just confirm. Oh, yep. Gotta make that last connection. This is why you always check your work. There you go. Black powder being made. I just noticed out of the corner of my eye that I'm short on cable. I'm going to pause for a quick second. I'll be right back. It'll be just moments for you. All right, we're back. Sometimes you forget after you haven't used assemblers or these, you know, lower level items for a while, that you need to keep a good supply of these items on hand. We'll make 5 of these. Just to give us a good chunk of powder to build with. I'm sure it's a input for more recipes. And a lot of people might say, hey, why build Nobleisks? Handcraft a couple, then go do what you need to do. But having access to a good selection of weaponry is undeniably convenient when you actually want to use it. Alright, you can make part of your exploration inventory. You make it include things like bombs. So when you do come across a purple slug inside a boulder, you don't have to leave it behind. And there are also places in the game that I've experienced personally where there are shortcuts to be had. Escape that and copy the settings here. Then hook that into the main power. Okay, we're making black powder. That was easy. We're just gonna drop all these outputs onto our little mini bus here. And then onto the main bus. All right, black powder in play. Then we're going to check the Nobelisk. And again, check this here because sometimes, like, not a computer, but the circuit board. Well, no, that's not the answer. Let me try. Give me a second. This will make sense in a minute. Well, I can't remember an example of it right off the top of my head. But there are certain things that if you check here, you'll find that they can be produced in different machines just because the number of items that are being used is different. You know what? I bet you the crystal oscillator does that. No. Oh, goodness. Concrete. Right. Okay. Now, this is a perfect example. If you wanted to build some concrete, I would suggest that instead of just going to the constructor and building it, you would first search, find out that, oh, look, this recipe I can build into the constructor. This one's the assembler. This one's the refinery. And this one's the assembler. So the same output, but built by different machines. If you just pick the machine and then look for the recipe, you're using that, but you're not necessarily using the best recipe for your particular situation at that time. So it's always better to just take a peek, especially if you've done massive hard drive research. All right, so we've got access to our powder. Now we just need the pipes. This is actually obviously just kind of a really basic explosive. Pipes and gunpowder, if you know what I mean. All right, so here's our pipes on the bus. I'm going to extend this. How's that? One more, it looks like. Need to extend it one more time. Short on plates. I need more inventory space. Or I need to go through and take a concerted look at what I'm spending my current inventory space on. Sorry, I could have paused this, but I only need like 100, so won't take any time at all. Here and straight up. And then where did our pipes go? Uh-oh. We'll still need that one, but this is the line I'm actually on. Extend the pipes on the belt. And since we're doing exactly 7 foundations, we know exactly where to build it. So here I can see the pipe right here now. Man, it would be really cool if I could have 2 outputs and 2 inputs. That would be very helpful. Yeah, these are not able to do. Just checking. Always hopeful. If I really wanted it, I have to integrate some sort of craziness, and I'm not going to do it. So we'll just we'll do the same thing we did over here. We'll put down. Do we want to put down a splitter? Splitter might actually be a little bit better. Let's put it right in the. Right in the middle's wasting space, though. What we'll do is we'll come out on this side, split this black powder off this belt, send it to the floor. Then connect it directly in. And uh-oh, why aren't we getting any black powder? What's happening? We definitely should be getting some black powder here. A splitter. Yep, I saw the movement on the belt when I laid the splitter down. That lets me know it's on the belt and not on the ground or some other weird place. Okay, yeah, somehow I just misclicked somewhere along the way. But we've checked our work, and now we know that that's working. In all right. We are going to split here, and then we're gonna go up to the top, -1, then go over, connect the pipe into the system. And here, since we've used splitters, we can immediately start building. So, but we do need to give ourselves 2 -1, ingredients -1 space. So 1 splitter space. Maybe just grab the recipe over here. Get rid of that. Reset that up. Look for the Nobleisk. Recipe. 20 black powder per minute. I'm not so worried about. Why isn't anything coming out of this? I don't understand. Oh, I built them as smart splitters. Oof. Yeah, we don't want to keep doing that. Right. There we go. Then we'll merge the results. Back onto the line of our choice. Let's find a merger. Let's see, stand where we want to be here. Somewhere in this area. in. There we go. Boom. We're making 10 per minute. Looks like we've got a good chunk of black powder and pipes ready to go. So let's build, I don't know, 5 of these? How many are we making? 10 per minute. We're targeting 100 for research purposes. Let's go ahead and make a chunk. Why not? Then we'll put in our power. Oh boy. Give me 1 second. I'm going to go grab some wire and I'm going to go grab some iron rods. I'll be right back. Luckily, I do have my little storage here for these basic materials, so it is easy to grab them. I'm just trying to keep you from having to watch me flying around gathering materials. But there's nothing to be said. There's nothing wrong, really. Nothing bad to be said. I'll figure it out eventually. About having your initial storage for your initial low-level items in play. I do need to figure out storage for these later items. I just haven't gotten to a plan that I'm very happy with. If I were starting over from scratch, I would do a lot of things differently. But right now, right, if you build a bunch of machines, they can act as sort of a semi-storage. It's not perfect, but while you're building and you're in the area, it's effectively the same thing. All right, those are powered. All right. Let's put in... Oh, this whole thing is off. Yeah, well. First one's off. The rest are fine. Didn't think I saw the powder down there for a second. Uh-oh. I'm not consuming as much oil as I am bringing over. I keep saying I want to take a tour of that power palace, but it's still not done. The reason it's not done is because I'm generating 16,000 megawatts and I'm using 5,000. So it's like, do I really need to push a ton more power right now? And honestly, if you look up there on the right corner, you can see the next stage is nuclear power. And I'm like, well, do I really need the nukes right now? Why? Oh no, what is going on? Oh my god. I built all of these as smart splitters. What a waste. But I've belted it, and I've built it, so I'm just going to use it. Just copy and paste the settings all the way down the line. And just double check I've got 2 items at each location. Oh yeah, I built some lighting for this side. The lights are so bright though. Like it's already down to 35% intensity. I'm not trying to save power, I'm trying to save my eyes. And let's see. Oh, you know what? Do I have the materials I need? Yeah, let's put in some ceiling lights over here. Say there, and then... I don't know. Here? Oh, I ran out of quick wire. Well, it's okay. I wasn't going to do the whole thing anyway. I just wanted to show you a little bit of the ceiling lights and how they operate. You can hook them up directly to the power if you just want them to run full blast all the time. But this little switch has some pretty impressive powers, including unnecessary stuff like colors. But I mean, I could see some interesting things you could do with colors, right? If you had like a toxic zone or something like that, obviously you could hook each individual light, change the colors. So yeah, decorative purposes, I get it. But you also have the nighttime mode where it only turns on at night, so yeah, it's a neat way to brighten up the factory. I do find it to be a little too bright though. All right, let's do one more copy paste session. Gonna get all of these going like that. How many of these I ended up building? 4, 6, 8, 9. And we're making 10 per minute. Oh, okay, so 90 per minute. We might be able to do the research as part of this video. Okay. And then just for storage, we're going to put in... Let's see, what do we want to do here? We want it to keep going that way. The problem is I probably want... If I go the other way... This is interesting. I'll go this way, and then I will split the bombs right off the belt, drop them into storage, right in line, right? And then we'll bring them right back up. And right back on the belt. Okay. Technically, I don't need this. Or this, really. Or this. I can just build this straight into here. So it goes in, goes into storage, immediately comes out of storage, goes back on the belt, and then goes down the line for future processing. And then this way, we store a bunch of extra. Of course, now I have too many things on me. Uh-oh, we might need to build some additional pipes. But as far as having 100 of this, and I think it was 15 crystal oscillators, we now have the ability to research the cluster bomb option, explosive resonance application. Done. All right, let's, since we're on a bit of a roll here, let's look at the pulse. 5 of those and 1 of those. So we need the crystal oscillator, which is right here. And we need the bombs, which is right there. I mean, that's super easy. I'm hesitating because it's actually a little bit awkward. Yeah, see? Oh. There is a slight bug in how I hook this up. I didn't hook it up to the same circuit. There we go. Okay, so there is a bug. I hooked it up to a circuit that is off currently, but it's showing us on. My bet, see, these lights are off and these are on, and those are the ones I just hooked up to the circuit. My bet is as soon as I hit nighttime mode on and off, everything will be off. See, now everything's on. And then everything's off. It's a minor bug. I mean, it's a bug so minor it barely qualifies. Our pipe production needs a little help. All right, so now I'm trying to think about how to get all this stuff to the ground. If I build it as a splitter, not as a smart splitter, please. Thank you. Oh, I think we're connected as far as that goes. And then we'll pull the crystal oscillators off the backside, maybe? My worry is that this is... Oh, no. Perfect. Okay, and then... I don't know how many assemblers I need for this. Let's put in 2, I suppose. We're gonna eyeball the distance. Famous last words. And then we're gonna ask for the Nobleisks Pulse style. And we're gonna connect power. Building on the same level as the bus is messier than maintaining the discipline of building on the bus on one level and only, or just building on one level and then having a bus on the other level. I mean, this is a lot of stuff going on for sure, but it's also, I don't know, I feel like it's more space efficient and I won't have to build so many levels. See if we can squeeze our way back into this bus with big boy bombs. There we go. 5 per minute. Man, we are running out of basic materials so quickly now. Let's see here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we'll pull our big bombs all the way out. bombs. Are we not connected yet? If I'm ever going to miss a connection, it's going to be the one where I don't connect to the main line. There we go. And then we're going to do a little bit of storage. I think excuse me. Build that. Oh. That's right in the mix there. Build a splitter. Here. We obviously need to move that. Wrong direction. And then we'll merge it back on the line immediately. There. But once that belt fills up, it'll just go straight to storage, and once we start pulling stuff out for production, it'll pull from storage as well, so we'll be good to go. And then we'll also have a few in storage. And then we'll put in, what do you think? 4 cluster bomb. Like that. Simple splitters. Oh boy. I'm running out. I'm gonna rob the floor over here and just use that for right now. Nope. Okay, and then we'll just drop in the good stuff, right? Okay, and then we have that. Then we're going to merge everything back onto the line. what do we miss here? Didn't set the recipe? There we go. 4 of them's probably enough. We're using 20 per minute, and we're making 90 per minute. So yeah. That means we're making 20 cluster bombs per minute. That's fine. And if we decide to make a few more, we can always extend our line, and if we decide we need more than that, we can put in a bunch of power shards, and if we need more than that, we'll just hook up another session to the bus. But there you go. That's 20 Pulse Nobleisks per minute, 90 Nobleisks per minute, and 150 black powder per minute. All in one. I think we're going to call it there. That's going to be a little bit of our weapons factory. Plus we did a little research. Knocked out a little bit of the research. Now that I've said the word research twice, it makes me think, what should we research next? Sulfur has got a lot of weaponry. Turbo rifle ammo. Wow, that's intense. We might have to make a weapons factory somewhere. The cluster bombs, the nuclear deterrent development, jeez. Interesting. More bombs over here. Gas bombs. A couple of therapeutics. I have what I need to do the research. I'll just do that research right now. Power switches. Programmable splitter. It's expensive. Mark III poles. I should probably get the homing bullets. I'm so terrible at shooting. Let's get the programmable splitter. Curious. I probably don't have the materials on me to make one. Wait, what happened there? Oh, you have to hit complete for it to be in your inventory. Oof, each one of those takes a supercomputer. Yeah, it still looks like it's 3 in and 3 out. All right. Still happy with what we've done here. We've got our bombs underway. We can add a few bombs to our inventory when we go out looking for, well, as part of an explorer package, it makes sense to have a few bombs on you. Like I said, so you can wonder why it's using those instead. I'll have to figure out how to equip them. Or is it based off of... Surely it's not based off of this. Oh, no, but it has multiple ammo types. How do I tell it that I want to switch to Pulse Nobelisks? I have 50 of those on me. Is that the problem? I would hope not, actually. I'm not sure how to tell it to use the other type of bomb. Oh, there we go. Oh, this is... Yeah, right. R to reload. There we go. Way more difficult than it should have been. R to reload is the answer to the question. Rear back and give it a throw. Oof. That was cool. All right, we'll give it one more throw here. Could you imagine you're playing around with high-end explosives and then you go to hit the plunger on your previously thrown explosives and you use the bomb? This game. All right. That's it. We're good. It's just like whenever you think you can't like this game anymore, they do something silly like you use a highly explosive canister for the purposes of hitting your plunger. Yeah, it looks cool, but oh, it took out that rock. Okay. Thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. And we'll see you next time.